Sky All-Star Angel Reese boarded a private jet. My goodness. For a postseason trip hours after missing Chicago's 91-86 season finale loss to the Liberty on Thursday night, as seen in a video on her TikTok page. Reese, who missed the Sky's final 3 games of the season due to a lingering back injury, in quotes, posted a TikTok video of her and her friend embarking on a getaway amid the star forward's strained relationship with the team.
The WNBA just delivered a plot twist nobody saw coming. Angel Reese is officially sidelined with an injury, yet somehow she's center stage, breaking into a dance routine like she's prepping for a primetime ballroom debut. Fans don't know whether to clap or question it. Teammates look caught between concern and confusion. And the league? Probably wondering if this is part of rehab or rehearsal. Naturally, the Caitlin Clark comparisons aren't going anywhere. When you're ruled out, the expectation isn't a full-blown TikTok showcase. It's ice packs and recovery updates, not choreography and camera angles. So now the internet is buzzing, the critics are circling, and the narrative is writing itself. Let's break down this unexpected spectacle.
What's your whole thoughts on this Angel Reese situation, calling out her teammates, team suspending her, and now there's potential rumors that she may get traded?
Her expressing that the team needs to get better. What main players never said that before? We need to get good players, and we need to go get great players. That is normal. And the fact that you are open to listen to trades, your team is done. That woman would not want to be there no more. And I can tell you right now, the other center that is friends with her, she's gonna want out.
So Angel Reese has officially entered her stand-up era, and the WNBA didn't even sell tickets for it. She's too injured to suit up, yet somehow fully cleared for a TikTok dance break that looks less like rehab and more like rehearsal for a viral challenge. Forget film study. Forget playbooks. Forget strength and conditioning. Apparently the new recovery plan is ring lights and choreography, because nothing says serious back pain like bending, twisting, and dropping it low for the timeline. Now the league is doing double takes. Fans are side-eyeing every update. And the Chicago Sky look like they just became the punchline to a joke they didn't agree to tell. This isn't just a subplot, it's a full-blown sports sitcom moment. And the internet? Oh, it's already writing the laugh track.
Well, and we all know she wants the hell out of Chicago, I guess, after drowning her teammates publicly. It's weird. You want out, but you're the one that actually did it. Maybe she did it to find her way out of town. Maybe that was the master plan. But this hurt back is been, of course, under some scrutiny. Some people have questioned the hurt back as to maybe the back's just not that hurt at all. She just didn't want to play. She tapped out. She quit. However you want to word it.
Here's how the scene unfolds. The Chicago season is wrapping up. Angel Reese sits out the Sky's final game. The official word? A lingering back injury, the kind that supposedly keeps you from sprinting the floor, battling in the paint, or absorbing contact under the rim. Fans accepted it. Coaches backed it. Everyone pictured her on the bench in sweats, stretching carefully, managing discomfort. Then comes the twist. Just hours later, a TikTok appears. Angel Reese, on a plane, dancing, bending, moving with the kind of flexibility that makes the injury report suddenly feel negotiable. The same back that couldn't handle post-play is now handling choreography at 30,000 feet. Cue the double takes. Supporters are confused. Critics are energized. And the Chicago Sky suddenly look like they're caught between defending their star and explaining the optics. Because in professional sports, perception matters almost as much as performance. And when out with injury is followed by in with a dance routine, the timeline doesn't let it slide. What was supposed to be a quiet end to the season just turned into a viral debate.
There are two. There is Angel Reese Jr., the pretend basketball player, and there is Angel Reese Sr., better known as Mama Reese, the professional clapping back at the haters. There is no denying the fact that Angel Reese on the court is a stat machine. Fantasy nerds like Mina Kimes, people who live in the world of make-believe, they love Angel Reese.
And then the internet did what the internet does best. It escalated. It wasn't just side eyes. It was full-blown digital chaos. Comment sections turned into roast sessions. Words like selfish, fake, and drama queen started flying within minutes. Memes popped up faster than injury reports. Some critics got creative, dubbing her Brick Queen during shooting slump jokes. Others said maybe basketball isn't the lane anymore. Maybe she should just lean all the way into TikTok and make it a full-time gig. And of course, the comedian showed up right on schedule, tossing out punchlines about job applications and laying bricks being a transferable skill. It was harsh, it was loud, and it was relentless. What might have been a simple social media post turned into a viral pylon, with every frame dissected and every move turned into ammunition. In today's sports world, perception can snowball in seconds. And once the timeline decides it's comedy hour, there's no intermission.
In seconds, she already threatened to leave, and in that same interview, she basically put the team on notice because she said, I quote, "I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously I might have to make a move in a different direction and do what's best for me." That's not a hint. That's a warning shot. She told the front office straight up, build a winning team or I'm out. I'm out. And when you put that statement next to her refusing to play, it looks like she's escalating. And the interview was step one. This walkout, this is step two, a power play to make things so messy that they have no choice but to trade her. And finally, just look at the injury story itself.
Honestly, the optics were always going to be rough. When you publicly say you're too hurt to play but then post high-energy dance clips, people are going to question the consistency. Fair or not, professional athletes live under a microscope, and perception can hit harder than any defender. From a narrative standpoint, critics argue this moment fits into a larger pattern they've attached to her career. The transfer from Maryland, the headline-heavy run at LSU, the public back and forths, the emotional post-game moments. To detractors, it feels familiar. Another episode in an ongoing saga where drama often overshadows the box score. But here's where the comparison game ramps up. Caitlin Clark gets hit, bumped, knocked around, and she's back on the court the next night. That resilience has become part of her public image. Toughness, availability, next play mentality. So when fans contrast that with a sideline player posting dance videos, the gap in perception widens fast. That said, injuries aren't always black and white. Being unable to endure full-speed professional basketball contact doesn't automatically mean someone can't move at all. Rehab can include mobility work. Pain tolerance varies. Appearances can mislead. The real issue isn't necessarily the dancing, it's the timing. In today's social media era, every post shapes the narrative. And when you're already a lightning rod personality, even a 15-second clip can turn into a week-long debate. In modern sports, availability builds trust. Optics build reputation. And once credibility gets questioned, the internet rarely shows mercy.
Wait! It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, y'all. This is crazy. This is why this thing took a left turn out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. I have not, bro. This is supposed to be a professional league. Angel Reese, you telling me you refuse to go in the game for the Chicago Sky because they suspended you for 1/2? This is crazy, y'all.
Fans look at moments like that and draw their own conclusions. To them, competitiveness isn't just about talent, it's about optics, sacrifice, and showing up when things get messy. When they watch one player absorb hard fouls, struggle through rough shooting nights, and still suit up, they interpret that as commitment. When another player is absent from games but active on social media in a celebratory way, the reaction flips fast. That's where the comparison becomes uncomfortable. Supporters often point to youth, potential, and growth curve, and those are real factors for any young athlete. But fans counter with examples of other young stars who are navigating the same spotlight while projecting a different image. In their eyes, youth isn't protection from criticism. It's the stage where habits and reputations start forming. Right now, critics argue the perception gap is widening. One narrative centers on relentless competition, effort regardless of results. The other, fairly or unfairly, gets framed as brand building taking priority over basketball. And in pro sports, perception often becomes reality in the public conversation. The teammate angle is where discussions usually get sharper. Fans imagine the locker room dynamic, players grinding through losses, physical fatigue, and a long season, then seeing viral clips that feel disconnected from that struggle. Whether that reflects the full truth or not, It raises questions about trust, accountability, and shared sacrifice, themes that matter deeply inside team sports. At the same time, it's worth remembering that outsiders rarely see the full picture. Medical guidance, internal team communication, or what teammates actually think. Social media shows moments, not context. But once a narrative takes hold online, it moves faster than facts. And right now, the conversation around Angel Reese isn't really about one video anymore. It's about identity, expectations, and how athletes balance performance, personality, and public image in an era where every post becomes part of their legacy.
Story itself, yeah, the back injury is real and documented, but the coach said she reported the pain before the game. So if she was hurt enough to maybe not play at all, why was the plan all along for her to play the second half? Why wasn't she on the injury report to begin with? The story don't add up. The fact that the injury was announced right when her suspension ended is what nobody can get over. And it feels like a flare-up and more like a convenient excuse. And it's just wild to me. So what do you think? Was this a real injury with the worst timing ever? Or was this a calculated move by a superstar who's fed up in one side?
Angel Reese's saga in Chicago has started to feel like a strategic soap opera. To casual observers, she looks disengaged, tossing out criticisms of her own team, hinting at trade rumors, and now apparently turning an injury into a stage for viral content. Some wonder if it's all part of a master plan. Play just enough to stay in the spotlight, stir enough drama, and wait for a trade to land her where she wants. But smart executives are taking notes. Other teams aren't just looking at talent, they're evaluating temperament and locker room impact. Do we want this energy? They ask. Skill is valuable, but turbulence is contagious. Meanwhile, the commissioner's office seems to hover in the background, letting the narrative unfold, because drama sells. Angel trends. People talk. The league's visibility spikes. In a league still vying for mainstream attention, that kind of buzz is undeniably tempting. Here's the catch. Hype without performance is fleeting. Fans can tolerate quirks, but they crave production. When the court results don't match the online spectacle, admiration quickly curdles into cynicism. And suddenly, a player who once commanded headlines as a generational talent risks being remembered less for dominance and more for distractions, a sideshow eclipsing the star.